The National Rifle Association remains one of the most powerful organizations in America today. More than 70,000 people are gathered right now in Tennessee for the group's annual convention, which will be about more than just weaponry. It will be about a parade of potential Republican presidential candidates who will be each getting 10 minutes to impress the members and garner their vote. We're live at the convention. We'll be featuring slices of these comments when these people take the stage, beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, let's get a preview of what the membership wants to hear. Let's welcome back the chief instructor for the South Florida Gun School, former weapons instructor for the U.S. Marines, proud member of the NRA. Bob Harvey joins us here in studio. Bob, always a pleasure to see you.
It's always nice to be back, Ed.
What is it that the NRA is looking to hear from all of these Republican candidates today?
I think it's one major point, and that is that they're prepared that if they are elected into office, that they will enforce the Second Amendment rights of the population.
But what does that entail, though, knowing full well all of the people that are against the NRA and are trying to fight against those rules?
Yes, we have a constitutional crisis. I've spoken about this many times with the White House trying every left-handed type of mechanism to step on the Second Amendment. What it means is we want someone in office that's going to defend our right to own firearms to defend ourselves.
But does it also mean that when those rights are challenged and people come down and they talk about guns near schools, guns in businesses, guns in mental health, guns in all these other issues, that the NRA and its members are willing to give a little bit and say, yes, we do need to make some changes? Or is it cut and dry that this is the way it is?
I think it probably should be cut and dry that this is the way that it is. One of the biggest problems that we have today is we have folks up there in Washington that don't defend our Second Amendment rights. A gun is not a murderer. It is a weapon or a tool for a murderer. If they didn't have a gun, they'd use a hammer or they would use a saw or whatever.
Fair to say, though, that saws and hammers don't travel at so many feet per second.
I would tend to disagree with you. If you look over in China, you had 40-some people killed with a man with a knife. I mean, it's the mental aspect. It's what's in someone's heart. It's not the tool itself.
Let's also address what's happening at the NRA right now, because Rand Paul's not there at this convention, which is sort of interesting because you would expect that, seeing as he is that libertarian side of things, that maybe he'd be perfect for it, but he apparently is a backer for a group called the National Association for Gun Rights. We really don't know an awful lot about this group, do we?
No, I'm sure that there's a lot of patriots that are involved in that organization. I've not been involved with it. I've been involved with the NRA since I was 18 years old. The other gun rights group that does the best work on the legal side is the Second Amendment Foundation. And that's Alan Gura and the crowd from there.
How do they differ from what the NRA is doing?
They actually take cases to the courts, more so than the National Rifle Association. The National Rifle Association may back the court case. Second Amendment Foundation brings the case.
I know that you're going to be here. We've only got a few seconds left, but you're going to be here watching as the press conferences come down and the different politicians speak, and we're going to come back to you later here on the show. Who are you waiting to hear? Who's the person you want to hear speak?
I kind of want to hear Ted Cruz. I want to hear what he has to say.
Who else? I mean, there's not just one. There's so many others there, but are there others that you have maybe you're on the fence about and people that you want to hear what they have to say?
Well, I always want to hear the membership from the National Rifle Association also. Wayne LaPierre, I definitely want to hear him speak. He's a very good speaker on the Second Amendment, and he knows the law very well.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're going to be here. We do want to point that out, and we're going to come back to you a little bit later on. And I know that you're going to be watching, and then we'll get your opinion on what is said. We want to ask everybody here at Newsmax, though, a very important question in regard to the NRA convention today. What do you think of President Obama's call for gun and ammunition control? All you have to do is go to newsmax.com/guns. Tell us what it is. Tell us what you think. And we'll, of course, talk about it here as well. Don't forget, Bob's going to be with us a little bit later on. Second hour of the Friday Midpoint. Does the newest video evidence from the day of the South Carolina shooting change anything? What will Hillary say this time to convince people to elect her? And should a Bible be the official book of an American state? The Arena is next.